Okay, so this video is going to go over the accruals process, which is done once a month, roughly or on or around the 19th. Um, Basically, we need to get three things for this that we need to send and email. The first is a summary of the amount we're charging for the cyclic sites that we read. So a dollar amount and the summary Excel document. Second is the amount of money we're getting for the ad hocs this month, broken down by client. And the third thing is how many hours people have worked on the embedded contract. So first thing we'll do is we'll get the cyclic sites because it's quickest and easiest. So what we do is we'll be in our monthly schedule here, and we go up to the top. I'll just zoom in so I can see a bit better. So we go up to the top here and we go sites. And on the left here, there should be a section down here that says UASG accruals. So you just click on that. And then in this green bit where our filters are, you want to click on the filters and you want to make the date the 10th of the following month. So for example, we're doing the accruals for this current month, February 2025. So we want to make it following March the 10th. And it's always the 10th of the following month. Okay. Now it will take a minute to load all this. And here we are. So we can see, if I'll just zoom out a bit. One more in, there we go. You can see we've got it their contract is 8221. If you minimize this, they should all be under 8221. If there's not, you need to change it over here, unless the customer code changes after this video, in which case it needs to be whatever that is. And it's broken down by the customer that we have. So they're all kind of listed there. Everything here is all set out as it should be. So all you need to do really, after you've filtered it for this date, you just need to go up to this top bit here. You zoom in again. Up this top bit here where it says UASG accruals, and go down and download the CSV. Okay. Now that will download in the downloads folder. And you can see we have it here. So that will sit in the downloads folder. You can just leave that for now. Next thing we'll do, I will go, I'll start this email because this is the email we need. What I usually do is I go to find the sent item, the last sent item. So I go into my sent items and I'll just search for accruals and I'll reply all and I'll pop it out. So now we have that. And this will be kind of what I work off. So it only goes to Chris. And we have a summary here from last month. So I'll just update this. So from January to February. And then I can delete all this, delete this, delete this, delete this. And we'll leave that there. So first thing we're going to do, 8221. This is our total summary. Now I'll move this out of the way. Now if you minimize this, let's zoom out again. You can see over here, we've got our total cost to invoice. And it should be somewhere around 60,000, just under that, maybe sometimes over, it depends, at least in February 2025. So also down here, you can see it. It's kind of down here. So this number, the 59,000 number, that is the one that we need to put in here. So we'll go 59885.53, and that is what we'll have for the month of February. Okay. Then what we do is we go into our downloads where we just had that little accruals document, and I just drag that or copy it into there. And that's all we need to do that first part. So that's part 1 done. Real easy. Get the number, put the accruals document in, done. Okay. Part 2, we need to do the ad hoc jobs. Now, this process is pretty much exactly the same as what we do with the billing when we are working out how much we're charging for each of the ad hoc jobs that we do. So down in our ad hoc folder, sorry, ad hoc Airtable, there's a section on the left that's under finance, and I might change these numbers. I'll make this 1. That can be 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So first part we're going to do is we work out firstly, zoom out a little bit, crunch that down. Let me just adjust a couple of things so that we can see the whole page very well. We need to categorize these, all of the ad hoc jobs. Well, first thing we do, very first thing is we want to get our filter right. So I'll usually go to the month before, so January, and then I go to the end of February. No, sorry, don't do that. I go to yesterday's date. So when I'm doing the accruals, I do from the first of the previous month to the to yesterday's date in the date required. Okay. And what I do, I'll just expand all of these. And what we're going to do first, we categorize if a site has been attended. It's basically a yes or no. Did we go to the site? If we did, and we weren't able to get in, then we can charge them. So anything that in this section, you can see they're grouped by the abort reason, as that will dictate whether we went or were able to get the job done. So anything that doesn't have an abort reason, that will mean that the job was done. You can see everything's kind of filled in there. So yeah, that is fine. So anything, I go yes, I press, once I've gone one yes, I go Control C, I copy it, and then I go all the way down to the bottom of this empty category where there are no abort reasons. You can see in this column there's no abort reasons. All the way down, Shift click, and I paste all the yeses into here. Okay, so now we've got all of our everything that we went to, we didn't have an abort reason, we got to. Next one, we'll do the next abort reason, which is cancelled. So if the job was cancelled, we didn't go. So that is automatically a no. So no, Control C, and then I go to the bottom of all my cancelled jobs, Control V, put that in there. Okay. Now, close, no access, building evacuated due to structural issues. So that one specifically, I remember Alan told me about that. So he went and he wasn't able to get in. So we attended, we couldn't get the job done. So that's a yes. Paste cupboard, lock broken. Cupboard lock broken, key won't go in. So there you can see we attended that. So that's a yes. No access. Okay, so kind of go by each one individually here. Door code didn't work, so that one we did attend. Oh, this one also we did attend. Home at Flinders. No, I didn't. We didn't go to that Home at Flinders one. The fob doesn't work, but I knew that it didn't work, so I didn't send anyone there. So we're not going to charge for that one. Key safe code not working. That one, I can't remember. I'm going to say no. I don't think we went there. Willow Park, we had no access. Let me just, actually, do you know what? This needs to have a completed date in it. Yeah, so that one we didn't go to because, again, structural issues. 91 Waterbird, we went there, but we don't have the code, so we did attend that one. Peel, code not working. Yes, we attended that one. Fob doesn't work to gain access to the building. That one, yes, we attended. Access code doesn't fit, needs 6 digits. Yes, we attended that one. The new, yes, we attended this. That one we did not attend. That one we did not attend because, wait, no, we did. Yes, we did. We did attend that one. Just put them in, sorry, the letterbox. Melbourne Quarter East. No, I'm not going to charge them for that one because I didn't go there. We didn't have enough people, but I just put it down as no access. QVM Hub, yes, we went. Mix went, but she wasn't able to get in. The guy didn't answer the phone. Skyloft, no, I don't think we went. Lido Apartments, yeah, we need access details, but we did attend. And Essence, yes, we attended, but there was no key safe code. Okay. So those ones are a bit tricky. You kind of got to go through each one, and you can call the technician who was there if you like, and just double check. Hey, do you remember this job? If the details are a bit iffy, but usually you'll know which one we went to, which one you went to, which one you didn't, and you just kind of use that and judge whether you want to charge for that. If you're worried at all, maybe don't charge it, because it's like, if it's just a single job, it's like, $40, or $7 if it's a second job at the site. So yeah, just kind of use your intuition with it. No tech in area. All of these are no, because we didn't send anyone there. Unable to complete in time. Tech will not make it to the site by 2 p.m. So that's a no. Tech doesn't have time due to job volume. That's a no. Can't locate. That one we did do. We couldn't find the meters there. Pace of Sunshine. Pace of Sunshine, you couldn't locate. Yes, we went there, but we couldn't find the actual meter box, I guess. This one as well, we went, couldn't find it. And this one we went and we couldn't find it. Okay. Other. Can't locate property. Yes, we went. We couldn't find it. We went. We couldn't find it. No letter dropped. That's a no. No letter dropped as we couldn't get onto BM. No, we didn't do it. No letter dropped, so we didn't do the disconnection. Connection. Heavy load on the meter. Yes, we went. So we went. We turned it on. There was a load. We turned it back off. That's a yes. We did attend. Middle locate but can't access switch. Unable to disconnect. Yes, we went to that one. Cross meter serial matches this one. That one, yes, we went to. Can't confirm meter number. See, some of these are in January, even though we're doing it February. It's just because I haven't gotten around to doing the January ones yet. Can't confirm meter number. Yes, that was a tricky one because we went there, but the meters are in the roof and we can't double check the meter number. So they're going to have a look at it. Load on the meter. Yes, we attended. Concierge couldn't locate shop. That one we attended. High Park Seasons moved out, currently unoccupied. Well, we went there. Caulfield. That one they sent us there. They put one of those new locks on it. We couldn't get in. Alt. See, he drove around. He didn't really go in. He couldn't find anywhere to park. So I'm going to say no. I think that's fair. Spoke to customer. Their boss was on holiday. So yes, we attended. Incorrect meter number did not disconnect. Well, we attended that one. Oh, no, sorry. Cancel that. Undo. How do I undo? Okay. There's a little marker here because I made a note of this, that we are not to charge because our guy went to the wrong building. He went to the B building, and he should have gone to the C building. So I made a note not to charge. So that will be a no. Okay, and then it doesn't go through and get billed. Mean number doesn't match. This is an ongoing issue where they keep giving us the wrong details in the meter reference table. I think I won't charge for that one, but I will have to fix it. Vacant shop. Oh, yes, we went in. Place of Sunshine. Construction. Yes, we did that one. There was construction. Meter changed. Different meter number. Oh, we need to look at that as well. Yes, we went there and did that. This one, this key safe's empty. It keeps sending us there. Key safe's empty. Duplicate job, no, because they keep putting in duplicate jobs when we've already got one in there for that same meter. Key missing, yes, we attended. Interval data, no, because we should have gotten that ourselves, and I think I've added a little note here. No charge. No. And load on meter, yes, we will do that one. Cool. Now they're all gone. So that's step one. Now we can move on to step two. Billing type check. So now what we want to do is same thing as before, 1st of January to yesterday's date. And all we are doing here is if it's a move-in connection, I'll just collapse these. We've got all these different job categories, the service required categories, and we just need to summarily put them into a category. Actually, let's collapse all and just go one at a time. So moving connection, that comes under, it will come under either connection, disconnection, or read only. So obviously a moving connection goes under connection. So I just copy that first one, Control V, and they'll disappear. Move out disconnection. Go to billing type. Obviously this is a disconnection. While you're still circled in blue, copy. Go down to the bottom of this, paste. Disconnection for non-payment. Disconnection. Occupy disconnection. That's a disconnection. Current billing read. That is a read only. Interval data. That is a read only. Move-in connection. It's very similar to the other move-in connection one. Oh, I hope I did the right one there. Let me just undo. Connection. But the spelling's slightly different. I think there's a capitalized I or something, and anyway, doesn't matter. Letter drop. I put that under disconnection because it's part of the disconnection process. Control V. Hot water connection. That is a connection. Elec connection. So these ones are specifically Energy Australia. You can see by the EA. Elec disconnection for non-payment. I'm pretty sure the rest of them are... These are all disconnection jobs, I'm pretty sure. I specify Elec because Energy Australia have hot water ones as well. So we need to specify them. Cool, that's it. Yep, once you've done that, move on to the next. Check pricing. Okay. Now, I think there are some bugs in this. because sometimes it doesn't really work right. So again, first thing, you want to change the dates to that same time period. As you can see, some of these are already have are already categorized. Now, what we want to do is this rate formula column. We're going to copy everything in this rate formula into the ad hoc pricing. Okay, so I make sure I'm at the top, hold Shift and Control and go down to the bottom. Control C. Then I go back to the top. I'm going to highlight the whole thing and Control V. Now, everything in these two columns should match. And sometimes I get an issue where they don't match. But today it seems to be good. I think that's good. What I'll do, I'll adjust this. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to do something quickly and test it. I'll be back. Okay, I've run a couple of tests and just made some changes. So with this check pricing section, what you want to do is, come to the top here. Make sure you're at the top. Shift Control, go all the way down to the bottom. Control C, copy. Then go all the way to the top. Make sure you're in the top cell here. Shift Control down to the bottom. Make sure everything in this column is highlighted, and then Control V. And that will paste everything in, and that should disappear now, like that, once you do that. Okay. Now, sometimes they don't line up, but I'll show you how you can check that if you're worried. So in the next section, so we'll go to Billing Master. And basically over here on the right, ad hoc pricing rate formula. This is what we put in last time. Now, sometimes the copying over process will not work perfectly. So for example, you'll put in future, but it'll say same day here when you copied it in the last step. I don't know why that happens sometimes, but what you can do to check is typically I will open an Excel document. I'll go to these two rightmost columns and copy both of them. So I'll highlight both of them, sorry. Control C, highlight these two columns, open my little Excel document here, and paste. So 1, 2, and filter them. Oh, sorry, don't filter them yet. Highlight them and go equals. Click in the first cell here, equals this, enter. And basically this will just test if everything in here matches what's in here, okay? So that should fix that. Actually, what I might end up doing is I might create another column that just matches them up to the right here and make sure that that works. But anyway, for now, if you don't see that column to the right in this table, then you can just do this and filter that and have a look and just see that everything is true. So, you know, you're doing fine. Everything is good. This matches, that matches. We're all good here. Cool. All right. So now once we've done this, once we're in our Billing Master 4, we go to our job rate and we hold Control Shift, go to the topmost one, Control Shift down to the bottom, Control C, go to the top of our cost, Control Shift down to the bottom, and Control V. Okay, so we've just moved that, we've copied the cost that's calculated from there into our cost column, and now that's been cleared up. Okay, so now this one, next step we do is the any after hours jobs. So after hours jobs is anything after 4 p.m. at this point. Now it might change later on, don't know. But at this time, it is currently set at after 4 p.m. So you can see in this request received column here that we have 4 p.m. And let me just clean this up because I can probably get rid of some of this. Connection. These should all be connections. You can usually tell. Yeah, that should be fine. Same day. Now, the problem is that with daylight savings, sometimes you'll have a job come in at after 4 p.m., like this one. Let's say this one, for example, 1611, so that's after 4 p.m., but it gets categorized as a same-day job, which means that it's not being categorized as an after-hours job here. Oh, wait, no, sorry, in this sense it is. Where's one that didn't work? Oh, maybe they're all working now. Oh, this one. Here we go. That's a good one. See, so in this formula here, this rate formula, you can see it's 1604. What is that from? Freaking October. What have I got? What have I got over here? I haven't even checked the date. Just move this all the way back in July. Back to the start of January. There we go. I think I just went through a whole bunch of them and updated them. Look at that. There we go. 15. Here, this one. Let's use this one as an example. Caulfield, we had a job that came in at 16:58, almost 5 o'clock, and it got categorized as a same day job in the formula that we use. And I think that formula is over here somewhere. It's like an hour. I'll find it somewhere. Okay, it was already up there. So this column here. Calculates the hour the job was received. And as you can see from most of these, right now 15 and 14, 16, 15, 15, 14. I'm pretty sure that's because of daylight savings. So between, October to March, April, or wherever it is, it will be off by an hour, this value, which matters for the for these jobs. So what I will do, let me make this 14. Will that fix it? Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Everything here, we can see it says same day. This one says after hours. Because it's in January, because I think I've already done the January ones. All of these that are 15, you can see that they are actually raised. All of them, pretty much all of them, are after 4 p.m., isn't it? Look at that. After 4 p.m., after 4 p.m., after 4 p.m. Yep, that's all after 4 p.m. That one's way after 4 p.m. What is that? That's okay. Because I messed that one up. What happened here? Oh, I raised that on the wrong day. That should probably be a future job. Just ignore that. Future job. And we'll fix that by doing that. Ignore that one. See, all of these ones I was silly and I was raising them late. That's a future one. Alright, just going to pause this for a sec. Okay, I think I fixed that, so just ignore that part. 16, 16, 16, if we move over as well, you can see these are all connections. They should all be connections. 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 18. That was a late one. Oh, but it was for the following day. So you can see it was raised on the 9th, on the 9th, for the 10th. So it's the same day. That one's the same. It's the same day. Cool. So with the exception of these two down here, everything here was raised after 4 p.m. So what we're going to do is we'll just collapse all, and we'll do it one contract at a time because we want to get this right. Expand subgroups. Actually, expand all. Boom, 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 boom. And then we'll go active utilities first. So, 16. So these will all be AU because active utilities. This will be active utilities. It'll be the AU after hours category because there's one for each contract. There's an AU after hours. There's a BE after hours for B Energy. There's a EA, Energy Australia after hours. So we want to specifically, each one is attributed to, if I show you, for example, Energy Australia, it becomes $57. But if it's B Energy after hours, it's $174. If it's Energy Australia after hours, it's $175. So it's important that we get the right one. So we need AU after hours. So copy that. That one. That one. That one. That one. That one. That one. That's already done. That one. That one. That one. That one. All right, so these are all now attributed as active utilities. So now we'll just, the 5760, it should be 5766 for all of these. 5766. We're just going to copy and paste 5766 into each of these. Okay, now that's active utilities. Just make sure you got it right, that this is all after hours and this is all in the job rate, in the cost section. Column 5766 for active. Oh, B Energy. So this one is not right. So you can see we go from $58 up to, is it 174? So that one, that one, that one. After hours, after hours, after hours. That one, that one. That one, these two, that one, that one, that one, that one. All right. Now we copy the cost from the job rate that is calculated based on this, and we put it into the cost column here. That one stays the same. We just leave that. I'll explain why they're different prices. Well, basically, two jobs at the same site. A second job gets the second job rate. This is the first job rate. This is the second job rate. But I'll go into more detail in the next few sections because we can check in the next section. We check the second job for each of them. So we just copy that into here. So now that they're all 174.76 for B Energy. Next one is Energy Australia. So EA after hours. Copy that into these two. They're pretty studious and thorough, so they don't really put in any jobs after 3:15, 3:20, something like that. They usually stop unless it's an emergency. Like this one, I think it was a life support one. So I had to beg Nabil to go back. Anyway, now we update the price. That's that. Perfect. Last one, Ensa. Ensa same day. into after hours, copy the price, the cost in, and okay, so I think I've fixed the back end, and now everything should work pretty well. So now what we do is basically we have our, I'm going to speed this up. I'm just going to do February for the accruals because I know I haven't done anything on that. Maybe I'll do for like the 19th. Yeah, that'll do. So basically, I like to close all of these out. And we're going through, and basically anytime we have a job that's a second job on a visit, that gets charged at a lower rate. So we have our regular job rate, which is our first visit, and then any additional jobs while we're there will be charged at this rate, the second job rate in this column. So for example, Napier here, only one job there, so we charge at the job rate. This one, only one job, we charge at the job rate. This one, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. You check the time that the job was raised. You can see that they were all raised at the same time. So the chances are, well, most likely, unless they're silly, they would all have been on the same visit. So basically that first one we leave the same. We highlight, we copy our second job rate. So Control C, copy that. Highlight our second jobs, our multiple other jobs, and we do that. So there should be 1, and then 1, 2, 3 that are second job. Here, you can see it's the same. We've got 1, and then these are the extra ones that were raised at the same time. Okay, so that's a single one. This one, all raised at the same time. This one, these were raised at the same time. Single, 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 single. This one was raised at the same time. These ones were raised, okay, so 926 and then 1003. But they're all done by Alan, and they're probably done at the same time. So that one's the same time, that one's always the same time. Keep going, keep going. Okay. Ah, interesting. So we've got 2 separate ones here. So what you can see here is we've got our initial job at 916, and this one was raised at, these ones, sorry, were all raised at 3. Which tells me that if I go into, if I open this job up here and expand it, this first one, drop down, show more, we'll go all the way back to the start. Find where the completed date is, or one of the other, the photos or whatever, and just hold your mouse over that time, the 2W ago, or it'll be, so-and-so ago. And this will give you a timestamp, and you can see it says Friday, Feb 7 at 2:22. Okay, so this one was done at 2:22, yeah? Then at 3:05, these were raised. So this is a separate visit. This one here that I did, this is a separate visit to this, which means that it's before 4 p.m., so it's still the same day. So this one is one on its own, and then these ones are all together, which means that this first one will be our initial job visit, but these 3 here will be the second visit. So we've got here, this one, this first line, Alan went, did the job, and that's it. Then later in that day, I went and did 4 of them. Here's the initial visit, the charge for the site visit, and then here's the extra jobs. Okay? So that's what you do when you have multiple on the same day. Now this one, all the same, all done by the same person. Same, done by the same person. Same, done by the same person. You can usually tell pretty quickly. Same day. Same day. Single job. Same day. One. Yep. Got to be careful with the bills because you make sure you check the time. So obviously he's the only one that will be doing those. Boom. Mick. Them at the same time. Same time. First one, you can see this one here. This is our after hours job, so it's a bit more expensive than this one, for example. Paste. There's a few here. Okay, what do we got here? All right, this is a nice one to look at. So these all three are Mark Trotter. This first one was raised at 226. Then these extra ones were raised after the fact. Now, this is at Upper West Side. If you check the times on these, you will notice that 10:22 p.m. And then let's take this one that was raised later. 10:10 p.m. So all these three jobs were all done on the same visit, okay? However, one was raised before 4 p.m., before the cutoff, and two were raised after. So what I do is I go based off whatever the earliest job that was raised. That's the pricing structure we use for that visit. So for Mark's visit, the first one was raised when we had the same day structure. So we will use this pricing structure of $38. And even though he did it after these after hours, I charged him the same day rate, not the after hours rate. Okay? Because it's fair that they raise it. We were going to go there anyway. Okay? This one, however, 4 p.m. and 5:10. So you can see this one was raised. They were both raised after the 4 p.m. cutoff, which means that they both get charged at the after hours rate, which is 57 per job. Yep. So that stays the same. Second rate is 57 for active, apparently. So keep looking. Same time. Cool. And that's active utilities. Now we go to B energy. Now we use a different pricing structure here. So keep that in mind. The after hours jobs would charge them way more. But the second jobs are the same. Okay, here we go. So this is a same day. So this was raised early. This was not. So I'll just have to charge them the after hours rate. The same day rate, because this one was raised during the same day period. One there. Those are all same day raised jobs. Same day. Now see, these ones are raised at different times, but Tanya went there on the same visit. Now if she had have gone there and then we returned later on, then they would be charged at the visit rate. So it's per visit, okay? Now home at Flinders, they should always be future jobs. They should never be, these read-only ones that we do for B Energy, they always when they're raised on their own, they always raise incorrectly. it should be raised on the following day. So it should be a future job. These are any read-only jobs from B Energy are always future jobs, always. Okay, and that will be for these home at Flinders ones. There's a single one. There will be a single one at 276, I think, which actually should be at the top here. Here, this one. I missed that one. This one should be a future job. So that one should be a future job. And then there's a few at PM, Port Melbourne as well. And that should be a future job. There'll be 4 there. Okay, so just remember that with these ones. Keep an eye out for them. The home at Flinders ones. There's a home at Flinders connection, but that's just a regular job. But these read-only ones are always future jobs. Okay. All right, we've got... here we go. Here's a tricky one. So these ones are future jobs. These are the PM future jobs. So that gets an automatic one. They're all future same day. So that's the same thing when it comes to the second job. So all of those ones get charged to that. But then this one is raised after 4 p.m. So it's an after hours one. So Alan went to all these and we were planning the visit. So they get charged at the future rate. And then this one was an after hours raise. So that's an after hours job. Okay, you can see 2 visits. So I went first. So these 2. This is the first visit, same day. And these 2 are after hours. So that gets charged at the after hours rate. Boom and boom. That's an after hour. Oh, sorry, that's all together. That one's all together. These 2, even though I did both, they got raised at different times. This one. These got raised at different times. So they're different rates. And this one here. Cool. Okay, we're about halfway. Energy Australia, different pricing structure again. Now these ones are raised late because I put them in and I tend to forget and do them really late at night, which is bad. I should be doing them as soon as they get emailed to us. Alas, we try our best. Future jobs. Pretty much all the letter drops and DNPs should be future jobs. That one. You can see these are all really late and it's bad by me. Okay. Raised at 7:29. No, so this is a connection. So it was raised by them on the same day. And then they raised another. So these are done by me. And then Mark went later. So that one is its own visit. And then this one is its own visit. Mixed to them all. Alan. All right, so Alan's obviously done these. And then Mark has gone back later and done these. So 1 visit, 2nd visit. 1 visit, 1 visit. Yep, that's right. Oh, okay. What is this? So, letter drops and a connection. And they're all by Paul. So my guess is, even though they're raised at different times, I think he would have done them all at the same time. So we'll go back into our more specific look here. 4:18 p.m. And then this connection was done at 4:20. So that done. All in one visit. One visit. Paul went, then Mark went. I'm guessing this is a disconnection and a connection. Yep, see, same meter. Disconnected, then reconnected. So these stay the same. Yep. That is correct. Yep. 2 different visits. Oh, okay. Now, be careful because as you can see, John's done both, but I think he's... Yeah, see, have a look at this. Same meter, and he's disconnected it, and then he's gone back and reconnected it the same day. So, this is one visit, this is the second visit. So don't just use your, use the reader assigned section as a guide. You need to check the times. Yep. Check the times and then check the details. Yep, that's right. One visit node, 2, that one. It's 1. That's all 1. That is 2 visits. That is 1 visit. Ahoy hoy. That's a hefty one, isn't it? Wow. He does a lot. All right. I need to roll over here now. All these are disconnections. And then they've returned to the connections. So when we copy this, let me just zoom out a bit so I can see it. Yep. So everything down to here, that's a disconnection. Everything down to here, that's a reconnection. These were all raised during the day, but these were in the morning and the evening, and this was in the afternoon. So I'm guessing that this one, this late one, was at a different time. 3:13, and then this first one, 3 o'clock. Oh no, they're all done at the same time by the look of it. Yeah. Okay, so they're all done at the same time. So we use the future job rate for all of them. That's the same. Get the same day rate. All right, big one here. All of these, kaboom. And then that connection is its own visit. All of these disconnections. Oh, this one might have been done at the same time as well. $12.59. I'm guessing this was done around the same time. $12.54. Yep. So basically everything down, including this first connection, because it was raised really early in the morning, and then these ones. Oh, you got out lucky. We'll charge you after hours. These ones are all after that, I believe. What time was this one done? 4:04. Yeah, and then 4:04. 4:24. Yep. So this is all one. So this is one visit. This is another visit. Copy that down here. Yep. Let's see. All right. So that's one visit here, and this is a second visit. This is one visit, that's a second. Oh, hang on a second, different times. So let's see what times they were completed. 12:25, and that's well after 12:25, so they're separate. Let's check what time this one was done. So 1:27. 1:26. So these were, oh, those two were 1:26, and then this one is 4. So this one is one visit. This is a second visit. Those are all one visit. Alan, it's one visit. Mix, one visit. One visit there. Just a minute. Okay. Yep, that's a second visit. Whew. Visit. Oh, just one of them, please. Sir? Thank you, sir. Oh, sorry. These were all done by Tony. So that should be Tony. Future, and that's the same day. And then that's the same day as well. The new. Johnny Boy. Alan. He went back, and Mark went back later. Mix. That one. That one. I mean, I probably missed one in this video, but that's all right. All right, sweet. So that's done. All right, now this one. Yep, single job, easy. Answer. Single, all single jobs, all single jobs. Oh, hang on a second. Okay, this one should be same day. So that should be same day. So I busted that one up. I messed it up. Because it was raised on the 28th, but it's for the 29th. Okay, that's all done. They're all single. Aura. Single. And Nabil's stuff. Cool. And that's it. All right. So now that we've been through that longest part and we're an hour in, we have a look here and we can see to our sales order master. We grab our email again. Now we can kind of get a sense of what there is. So we've got 1247. So I'll go 1250. Because obviously it's the 19th, we still may get more jobs, but then again, you know, we might not. So I usually put down roughly around what we're at. And then we tend to kind of reach that 180, 266, especially with these smaller ones. Oh no, I did the wrong month. I forgot to change the date. Just a minute. Yeah, all right. So for this one, we're not doing back to January. We are only doing the February jobs. So everything in February. There we go. So active 3290 3170. Energy Australia 5160. Answer 378, and nothing from Savant. UST. We'll do 50. All right, so that's part 2. Now the last part. We need to get what do you call it? We need to get the rough hours that people did on embedded. So John and Alan pretty much do everything on embedded, unless I lend them out to Jane. I would, if I'm not sure, I check their timesheets because usually they'll have productive time in there. I just kind of log in and look at their timesheets. So they haven't had anything so far, so, or at least Alan hasn't. John, I don't think John has. Field duties, no, that's all manually put in. Field duties, back office duties, yep. And field duties, yep, cool. So basically, all on embedded for John and Alan. All on embedded. And then we'll do, we've got Tanya and we've got Mix. So I get Tanya. Usually at the start of the month, she will do something, and then she'll do it in the last week, but I don't need to put that in for the accruals. So let's have a look. So embedded work from, so this is from Noble Park Gas Route. Yep, so there's 445, so 8, 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Half, 13, 14 and a half. 15, 16. So 16 hours so far. 16? Yeah, roughly 16 hours. And then she was off. And then Esprit is another, let's say, probably 3 or 4 hours. So 16. So let's say 20 hours. Tanya Sabez, 20 hours on embedded. Yep, I think that's it. Cool. Okay, now last one, I've just gotten into mixes. So she sometimes does some letter drops. So we've got 4 hours here. 5, 6. Wait, did I put that in right? I'm embedded. I'm embedded. The rest on MG. And then 4, 5, 6.5, 7, 8, 9. I think that's all she did. So I'm just going to say 9 hours. Ex-carpenter, 9 hours embedded, the rest on MG. Done. And that's it. So once you're pretty confident you've got all these, yeah, anyone else that you use, I mean, there's the guys that, you got the Power Core, City Power guys that also do stuff, but I don't usually add them. I think they might add it on their timesheets, but I mean, it's pretty much immaterial. So yeah, I would just leave it like that. Unless you get told to do otherwise. So yeah, I just do the MG people and Alan. So yeah, I think as well, maybe Michael puts down how much, or Andrew puts down how much they do on each other contracts. So we probably don't need to do it. Yeah, so anyway, that's it. Once you've done that, hit send, and that is the accrual process done.